what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming JFS Toys RoboCop, the villains of old Detroit. Now these figures right here, I must admit, do look very good. I think they're like high level type figures, but they're still like plastic based figures, so they don't have like any like fabric on them or like cloth type material. But I must admit they do look pretty cool because you can get the figures like individually. And another thing I do notice about it that made me kind of think they high level type figures, even though they are 7 inches too. Because I remember when these were first announced, because this is also a new company too from what I'm hearing, like JFS Toys. This is a new company if I'm not mistaken. This is like their first line of figures that they are putting out, like based like on RoboCop, well just in general, but the idea that the figures are based on RoboCop, that's what I'm saying. But the price of the figures each are like, you know, kind of expensive, more than like the average like 7-inch type figures. That's why these are like high level type of like figures, you know. But you can't get them like separately, like at a certain price, like I think 50 or I'm even hearing 60 for like one figure in general. So that's kind of, you know, kind of up there. But you can get like a whole bundle, which would include all 5 of these characters. Like you have Clarence Boddicker, like Emil, like Leon, Joe and Steve, and so on, you know. And they all have like their own accessories too, which I think is pretty cool too, based on what that particular character had in the film. And another thing too, like the likenesses on these characters, like Clarence Boddicker, like the likeness to like Kurtwood Smith is like, whoa, it really looks pretty good. Like it really looks like Kurtwood. Like the actual likeness, I'm like, whoa, that's pretty awesome. Even with some of the other characters, you know, it really like looks like they really look in the film. So I think that's awesome. So I am definitely on board for picking up these particular figures. So I don't know how like articulated they'll be. Cause I remember hearing when they first were announced, cause I saw these at some like the Comic-Con things. From what I remember, they weren't going to be 7-inch scale, but now I know then it has been confirmed that they are like 7 inches, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's one of the things that's definitely making it stand out to me, you know. And now that they are giving us like the villains of old Detroit, I wonder if we even get like a Dick Jones like a figure, you know, like the one that Ronnie Cox played, like Dick Jones. I wonder if we get one based on him, because even he can come with like a gun, you know. So I wonder about that. But still, I think this is awesome. And like a meal, you know, I wonder if they can give him like a version where he's like in the toxic waste and stuff like that, when he's like gets deformed, you know, from when the toxic get on him and stuff. I bet they even got one like that planned. Probably only if these are like successful. I bet they probably will eventually do that. But you can get these like bundled together, or you can get them like separate, like I mentioned like earlier. JFS Toys has these scheduled to be I think released like in the first quarter of 2026. So I'm definitely on board for these. I'm interested in picking these on up. Now, like I said, I would definitely, of course, would prefer like the bundle where you would just get all of them. That would be so cool, you know, to have all of them. And they look so good. They really look just like how the characters or the actors that played them in the films look. Like I said, Clarence Boddicker, for instance, he really does look like Kurtwood Smith. And like I said, like his particular figure, like they all do have their own specific accessories. He has like the bloody head sculpt with like the blood like all in his glass. He has like 2 pairs of hands, like a shotgun, a handgun, a grenade, and a pack of cigarettes too as well. And all the other characters too, like they have like their own character specific like accessories. So like I said, I want to go into all that. But I'm hearing that the cover of the packaging will have like VHS style packaging, so like how the video like RoboCop looked when it was on VHS as cassette, you know, like the tape. I think that was still like the theatrical poster though, if I'm not mistaken, but that is like the kind of packaging that these will have. But yeah, again, like the bundle is like almost like around like I think 300, but I already know I would prefer that one, you know, I can have all of them, but at least you can get them separately. I think that's cool. The JFS Toys is giving us the option of picking up these particular figures like separately. But yeah, I'm definitely on board for this, and like I say, I hope it's like a success or whatever, because we'll probably get more like characters, you know, like I guess probably based on the villains and stuff like that, you know. I'm gonna be surprised like from the other RoboCop films like 2 and 3, probably even the remake, you know. But anyway, so that's the JFS Toys RoboCop, the villains of old Detroit. I'm definitely on board for these, picking these up. Interested in picking these up. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.